Alright, what's good guys? So, I know I haven't done a lot on the channel lately. It's been at least a few weeks since I've uploaded. It is what it is. I've been busy. I've got a full-time job. I'm doing an apprenticeship, night classes, trying to do all this shit at the shed. And I've also had the shit show of having no power in the shed for at least about a week and a half, coming on 2 weeks now. And the reason is, name dropping, Martin West, you're a fuckwit. The fuse box is in his shed. Oh, I don't have a key for my shed, can't find it. Well, let's just chop the look. Nah, you're not doing that. So I've got no fucking power. So anyway, I've got lights on today is I've got about 60 metres of extension lead running all the fucking way down there just so I can get some power. But today what we're going to do is we're going to up the fuel on Cliffy, throw a boost tap on it, 20 something pound of boost, and wind the fuel right up to about, I don't know, 700, 800 degrees EGTs. And let's not even put a number next to it. I'm just going to roll some coal and make some boost and make some power. Alright, we're now going under the bonnet, turn the fuel up. So, on the injector pump, you come to the back of the injector pump, you've got this little cap here. I know it might be hard to see, I've got a light under here so you can sort of see, but let's get this plug out the way. See you later. On the back of the injector pump, there is that right there. It's located basically above the pipes that go to the injector rails, so it's a little cap. Underneath that cap is a threaded rod with a locking nut on it that goes inside the injector pump. You need to break that cap off, turn that screw inwards for more pressure at the injectors, upping the fuel, making more power. So let's break that cap off right now. Alright, I know it's dark and you can't really see what I'm doing. Bad lighting, you know, it doesn't help when I've got that extension lead like I was saying, so I don't really have a lot of power outputs in the shed at the moment. That cap is basically crimped on. It's crimped on at factory so people can't fuck with the fuel and make these things pour out smoke everywhere. The only way to get this cap off I've found is basically by wrecking it, which I have just broken it in to that bit. Just need to get the rest of it off now. Fuck yeah. Fuck. Camera's in my way. I'll be back. Okay, so there's our cap. I've broken it to get it off, ripped it in half, used some long nose pliers. Off it comes. Down here now in the injector pump, we've now got this thing right there, which has got a flathead screwdriver input on the end of it and a 13mm lock nut or a 30mm nut just locking it to stop it from turning. Undo the lock nut, turn this inwards to get more fuel, outwards less fuel. I'm going to start off with one full turn and then I'm going to see how it idles. I know it's going to raise the idle by giving it fuel pressure, so then I'm going to lower the idle after that as well. And to lower the idle, all you're doing is this screw here, just back that off a little bit and it just gives this more travel to come backwards. Idle dropped. Okay, so I've got that cheap $30 boost tap just there, and I've got this magpie looking silicon hosing, vacuum tubing to go on. So I'm going to go through and change a few of the hoses to that blue. I'm also going to change, like I've got two sizes here, so I've got the vacuum size and I've got the right size to change this hose here, which is the coolant overflow. So I'm going to run a few vacuum hoses down there that are blue. I'm going to change all these ones that are black to blue. This one here will go to blue. I'm also going to change these over to blue and should tidy it up a bit. Alright, I've spent the last 20 minutes doing this. I didn't video anything because I've been trying to do it as quick as I can because it's starting to rain outside, and with all those extension leads running my shed, if my power turns off at any moment, it's because, yeah, I'm about to get electrocuted. So I've replaced the boost gauge line with it. I've replaced the idle up solenoids. I've hooked up the boost tap over there. The check valve, which is a check valve, there's got an arrow on it, one-way valve basically. I've drilled the inside of that out, taken the ball bearing and spring out of it, and turned it into a three-way, you know, thing instead of a check valve. And now I'm using it a bit differently. And what I've done, the reason I've done that for is the boost compensator on the injector pump normally runs off here. Now what that does is, as the air-fuel ratio sort of levels out, when boost rises in here, it reads that, ramps up the fuel, and the truck goes a bit quicker. Now it's going to take longer for all of this to fill up with charge air than it is this little hose here. So I'm now going to get fuel quicker, faster, and it should go a lot harder. I've also replaced this one here, the overflow, like I said before, so that's looking pretty trick. It's all looking quite tidy under here now. I just need to give it a good clean, polish her up, should be good. Now I've set the boost tap a little bit. I blew through it and just turned the dial until it was a little bit harder to blow through, so that's going to restrict the airflow to the boost compensator, or boost actuator, sorry, on the turbo, and hopefully we've risen it by sort of at least 5 psi. So the number I'm going to go for on this motor is probably going to be, yeah, same as the old Plus T that's still sitting over here. I want to go for about 20 psi. So EGT gauge is reading 1,200 degrees already, so I don't know what's going on there. My probe's fucking out of sync. We did a full turn on that fuel screw though, so we've definitely upped the fuel. See how much boost she's running. Oh shit! Oh, fucking almost 30. My god. Fuck. It's just running about 27 pound and it's just blowing the charge piping off. So if I put the gas pedal down now, making no boost. And if I can show you the revision mirror, it will be rolling all the coal. Ah, it's pretty hard to tell, eh? Alright, it's windy as fuck out here, but there you go. This is the issue with running anything over 20 psi boost. Like, I just start fucking blowing them off everywhere. I'll smash this back on, tighten it up, and hopefully we'll be right. Alright, we're fucking back together now, and look at this. Oh, fuck, look here, another leak. Fucking 30 pound boost, what? Oh, 26. She's a bit of a spiker, it's a bit all over the show, but I tell you, the 3.0 I've definitely seen. So that boost, it's probably a bit too high. Like really, anything over 20 psi, and that little turbo is just going to be blind hot air. So I'm going to pull over and I'm going to crank that down and maybe aim for just under 25. I think would be where I want to be. Okay, when all the numbers were factory, you know, factory boost level, factory fuel, this thing was 0 to 100 in about 14 seconds. It's now 19 pounds of boost and 1 full turn of the fuel screw, so we'll give it another go.